le ta thring anju gi ro chapter light gi ani chashi sumbadi part 3 di changai china part 3 gi joshi di khalana ro human eye and its structure la dire da ta china human eye and its structure di machang khong la ra anju gi ni kyang zola tiwajik thi ro tiwadi anju injun lobse jangsare tiwadi khalana how does the thing become visible la dire da ngubu직 통월제라 자기 가르창고래 간대신 통구리 배라들 다디 랜디 개벨러와 인큐란중근이 아니 가르치 올라나 나마 롭체인디 나로랑 저기 조 자기 니시었다 ngubu직 통월제라와 당부 ngu부 코랑도 창고여바디 계제시 모어제 당 딘디기 ngu부디니 it need to reflect some light remember 양나 that object should have its own light and it should this light should come out from this object dinema we dille orta that say this object is suppose a tree jimana it does not have its own light that china tree dinema we lewa chelara from any other source the incident light should fall on that tree and it should reflect back as if the light is coming from the tree remember tree needs to really your nation chezang anjugi to make the things visible for an object to become visible the first thing is we need a source of light korwa that dine chagi niu de kharchelena even though there is a source of light is not sufficient enough to see the things to make the object become visible that in the visible channel we need the second criteria which is known as the light detector penetration mi capture tanki de shar nimegola although from all the surrounding the lights are getting reflect to this person but he cannot see anything kharchilana his sense of detecting that organ is not working in this case sa organ dilya chimyo songza yan thongo mar chena object jik thongwar chela chagin keche mo ni di khalana we need source of light and we need some detector ta in this world especially for the humans and also the animals this special and important sense of organ which is called human eye act as a very powerful and meaningful and helpful tool for us to detect the light sang anjugi tawe kapso make di tawe kapso ngobu thamje thongthwegi this detector dindegi sense of organ special organ which is there in the human is our human eye ta china anjugi human eye di digams gi khejembo ina ani khoegi structure re khoegi lega khande chigo re human eye khorang nalola sub ani organelles sub khasa organs dinde khar khar yore we need to study it. So see, structure of the human eye and its function. Na kena zo part na tanarwa tani gi label nirang ni chiura jema nga zo gon label manga yo steinda part din alola you will see iris and pupil tatangbo the structure of human eye nalola structure khar kar yolena we have a structure called sclera s is silent so sclera. So this is the outer covering and the protective tough white layer called sclera. That is the nothing but the white color of the eye. Whenever we look at someone's eyes, we see that white color. Dindegi white color we called it sclera. Sclera la white colors. So this is the outer covering. It acts as a protective tough layer. The right in front of the sclera there is another special organ, special part called cornea. So cornea the transparent. It is a transparent part of the sclera. The sclera gi dula transparent layer jore that is called cornea. Now mik nalola light chiya enter chela. For a light to enter the eye, it should first reach the cornea. Cornea the chulor. So cornea is the transparent layer which is found at the outermost layer of the eye. we find another part called iris, as I had mentioned to you before. So iris la di khala la mi logala mirik logala remare there is different eye color for the different people. Sang dinde gi eye color loga yingo gi gyumjendi kharilana because their iris color is different. Chena iris la dinde char is a dark muscular tissue. Iris contains some muscle and ring-like structure behind the cornea, and the color of the iris actually indicates the color of the eye. The next one, pupil. The iris ki de la karolana, we have a blind black spot which is known as the pupil. Blind, I mean blank, black image. Sang dindi ki pupil. The pupil di khachogolana it pupil gi lehacho dikhachogolana it is controlled by that. Tamo pupil di size chero dogo chung dogo di sui control chirana iris ki control chir, because iris is a muscle imbaina we know there is a movement ta pupil di cho leha khalana ra manzo penetration activity dinderik chir nagung gel de hobdimela nima gel chigli diro ngazo mik chapse gedwa yang nagung gel de hobdimela ra. If I put a torch on your eyes, this pupil size changes. So, in a very bright sunny day, pupil size decrease. In the dark time, pupil size increase because it controls the amount of light that enters the eyes. That's pupil size source of light whatever the light is there, it will try to capture it. Pupil gi function it control the amount of light that enters the eyes. Pupil gi size decrease or make nalola light new tangachido. Dini lens. Now lens is very important. In our physics lab, we see lots of lens. In camera, we see lots of lens. But right now, this lens we are talking about act very similar to that of the lens which we find in our lab, in a camera. This lens is convex lens. Lens the convex lens it converges the light. The incident ray coming parallel to the eyes get converged are making it to meet at this point la chu jugor dinde ding anjogi lens di chagor taimene kyo kharur. This lens is formed within the body, is a very natural. So behind the pupil there is a transparent structure called lens, eye lens. So eye lens digi eye lens nalola the lens simaina we have focal length over here. Focal length chir dogore, focal length chung dogore elajura. Now this is being controlled by another muscle called ciliary muscle. Miki lens ki sur delara lens ni sim dengi gi muscle jore, this is called your ciliary muscle. So ciliary muscle change the shape of the lens. Kharichini change ure. Manzugi object la focus chuk chamute nyamdo niwadela nganzo migi tawe kapso. There is a term called power of accommodation in class 10. Power of accommodation lana khandije lagolanra ability of the eye to see the long and very long distance and near distance simultaneously. Pata chutamnata chegi migi nubosdo namsa ngazugi lebana image ligido pata wada taring bultawade yantamta namsa image di lebana la second korang shera magoro lamsa julido dinde de la ngazu khalawna power of accommodation nawor power of accommodation nawor chena dinzu changma taring buta ta niu ta changma sugi chigor adjust chejura ding anzu lens ki chigor. So we need to thicken the lens, we need to thinner the lens. So it is the ciliary muscle which act for this function. By the action of ciliary muscle, it changes its shape to focus light on the retina. Light the retina kala form chejidu unko shape giwatangores. The retina function ida chena kharchidu it become thinner to focus distance object. Ta ringbuleta wanarwa our lens become thinner and thinner. ciliary muscle will tighten it tight sura tha ani khasre nearby la tawana and our lens will become thicker and thicker donjo sangma adjust chingedi nganjugi ya lens ki gyablola we have another structure called ciliary muscle the khangdar lens ki le khalana eye lens ti to converge the incident ray coming toward the eye to the retina gala converge chedir okay the human eye gi the structure ji do lens che pupil che iris che cornea che ciliary muscle che retina optic nerve vitreous and aqueous humor niota now see we are continuing with the structure of human eye and its function so retina is there retina dikhalanarwa now it is a very light sensitive layers retina digalata image changma form chigor retina gi gala image formation dilagor so the every image retina is behind the eyeball so eyeball gi gyablo deler retina gi label do so retina gala kha the image formed in the retina dikhachugolana its function is to convert it into electrical impulse la message lagor and that electrical message is now carried to the brain to interpret by the optic nerve some image form chisa le chi image form chisa chi gora di kharelana ro nganju gi retina di chade gorelar pingsho masoni pingsho pargya ji pingsho le rangama tizula so these are the retina the optic nerve di le khalana nerve le do nerve lana those kasare brain cell nerve cell la dire which carry message to the brain so optic nerve gi le khalana it carry this image right to the brain image the brain la kidong edir optic nerve right optic la usually refers to the eye and nerve eye image which is in a form of electrical signals the retina gi soesarwa di pha kidong edir leba nalola ta tindi optic nerve nalola ni do cone shape and rod shape cone la nang ajugi cone gi sobda yowati che rod la nang ajugi cha gi sobda na shi cylindrical shape yedir sang cone khasari shape optic nerves ra konjugi le khalana are more sensitive to the bright light we khasari bright dimba we sebu yogonzo ra la khasari dil chingedi it is the cone shape optic nerves they help in detailed central and color vision color thonga jora and central nervous system la thanda the central nervous system la leba la ke shor leba da spinal cord re ta dine road ler ta so leba chadra road optic shape optic nerve di la khalanarwa di gi so do dim light more sensitive to dim light gi ya message din de ki ko nu sama are more deal with the road shape they help in the peripheral vision peripheral refers to the secondary of that of the central nervous system la laga rokwa chinyegi yan cha dinma chungjung jundu la war now at the junction of optic nerve kirwa andang retina gi thusa point jigdo optic nerve the retina korang thusa delaro there is no sensory nerve cell che yomar dinde gi sensory nerve cell de lang ngajo khala olnarwa ni blind spot lagor blind spot nalolar chamjam ngajo migi nal hobde men nagung chaya dang nabodin lir these are the point of blind spot in the shadow so no vision is possible at that point and it is known as a blind spot tachina dinde gi migdi hangsang gi sensitive himbaina how to take care of these eyes thing as you take care khandi chugure see kecheshudi ting상 뒤조라 give rest to your eyes diye kechemoda 망부직 때모 따야당 로아 니 폰라 아주 뒤 균도니 니마 나로라 뒤주 망부직 폰 나로라 디데 땅디디 아주 미글라 니 럽종 지엘레 뒤주 땅네데 강다 미글라 무투니 코 마슬직인도 레가 지데와 손자 it get tired 레마레 디네 모손자 we need to give rest to our eyes tachina ngi dirma pardi nalo mangboduta regularly eye checking la diche proper lightning che che thana kyu chung thana kyu blink frequently blink chigwa che wear sunglass on the sunny day sunny day ga sunglass khwa di ta ing mare these are the health ke chembo chagor distance adjustment 탭 이내래 카바 이내래 랩톱 이내래 컨디지 빼담라 추다 되는 저기 뇌기 아니 gaze for green free 레다 디 카돌라니 장구디기 양치 chaos user namakapdola if you are keeping your mobile wallpaper with different colors you should try for the green light in this your I don't know much reason ani eyes exercise mi yata pha chuta chora eat healthy food don't you think 상마기 간저기 ni eyes the take care 컨디치 라이데 okay that's in point rest the eye 라이데 간저 taking regular breaks after every 30 or 40 minutes of reading writing playing on the computer is recommended 띠게 쳔부 시우다 까마 숨주 십주 젤라로 무튼타 데마레 we need to let our eyes in rest 무튼이 간솔롭신 장디 마레 we let our eye rest 지가나 focus 치데 워남 유나 다 we wander our eyes here and there rather than this word protect against sun damage wear sunglass increase time spent outdoors on it outdoors nalo ani new shiwomar it is a very natural daylight soundler temi nangna deedena logi we chigwache khabar thongdi intake fruit vegetables and fatty fish schedule regular eye checkup mik yangsi ni takche chedi kechambor at least 2 times a year encourage healthy eye habit penachana eye habit dinde kharkhariore washing your eyes with water don't to we sholarwa lagwa chama chibje tangchana mik tuya do not rub your eyes with unclean hands nganzo chemo chewanere hobjala mik dinde na bujuwe na dinde chiwa lamsa mik la phurde donzo chiwana lagwa chokbarwa sang da lagwa changma tuwa de kyonan ta tingsang pessew haguro okay now comes here next topic visually impaired person or impaired person so that di khala wala visually challenged person visual means migi thongya la kale yoba mig longwa imba denzu digala we call it visually impaired person some visually impaired person like the khande jochirela na it is a nasanang shire where person suffer from partially or completely blindness migi kyuni matongwa chanere migi nekabla matongwa chasonere dinde dela nganjugri visually impaired person law tako migi tang thongye kangla kangi chewa korangiro he is a visually impaired person for time being permanent yongsira such person ta dinde permanent imba dang dinde imba na kharchilana try to identify things by touching and listening to the voice more carefully miki thongma thudira now he will listen more he will touch reda tinde chizera they develop other sense more sharply miki lega di shima thudu now this touching down hearing donjugira it will help him to identify the things more clearly than normal person ta korang imba na visually challenged person okay now the famous person visually person donjola we don't look down to them anjo konjola konjo keyo mare konjo mik thong mare no never remare because there are many great visually challenged people who succeed in their life they dinalo ne thangshe ke chembodi all the contributions goes to the Lewis Braille sang Lewis Braille he invented a braille system korangi mik visually challenged people donjola lobjong jangela he developed these mathematical codes to study maths, to study science, to study language. For every alphabet, he developed these codes, patterns he developed here. Sang Lewis Braille, inventor of the Braille reading and writing system, known today as simply as Braille system. Sang Lewis Braille ki di system di initiate chir korangi sir. That in this the most this Braille system becomes the most popular resource for visually challenged person to study. The code was adopted in 1932 and there is a code from this code there is a code braille system na common language yore mathematics yore scientific notation yore and he himself being a blind person Louis Braille ra visually challenged person but he still had developed such things and published this braille system in 1821 nchizu yargi shukchimo tangse code di thamadele 1932 number nowadays every visually challenged person can study ra sang duk chade orelar te china nganzugi in lobsen digi ta thamadela nganzu lepda dinde maza ta kyunan zugi lobdu chugi lega khalanarwa ani lobsen gi nose tunzuma complete tangare gochwa chere ni te ngaza mai baro yang information mangbu shiujora kinzo lobjon jangsa source mangbu shiuj tonzo naloni yang ma jangare an logdev gi question answer no so exact answer now you have to do all by yourself exact answer wa khasus lingi do dinde tayarda all is in tiwa na ngazuma comment la shayache or you can directly contact to me in WhatsApp right all is sangmala ni chaguna